Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this Oxide blended Sunburst background for your card. So I'm also going to be using the Sending Well Wishes stamp and thin cut set and the Scalloped Circle thin cut and the Sunburst stencil from Stencil Pack 3. And a variety of yellow oxide inks. Okay, so I have sprayed my stencil with a low-tack adhesive called Pixie Spray, and then I'm laying that down kind of off-center on my card base. So my card base is cut at 4¼ by 5½. That's the size of an A2 card. And I'm going to start out by using scattered straw and just working the color through the openings on the stencil. I'll show the whole process for one color and then I'll speed up the video because it's the same basic process, but I'm going to keep everything in just so you see the design take effect. So I'm just working all this color in all the way around. I'm not doing any shading or blending. I'm just working the color in to get a layer of color down. Okay, then I'll peel off my stencil and then I'm just going to quickly wipe it off with a paper towel just so that I don't contaminate my next sponge applicator with that color. And then I'm going to place my stencil down again and just shift it slightly to the right. Give it kind of a slight right turn so it's overlapping that first line of scattered straw just a smidge, and then white. So the next color I'm going to put down is mustard seed. Work that in, and then pull the stencil up, wipe it down, and then place it down again and just shift it to the right just a smidge. And then the next color is fossilized amber. And you can pick, whatever yellow colors you like that you have. You don't have to specifically use these colors. And then again, I'm doing the same process, placing it down, shifting it a smidge, and filling that last bit of white in with some wild honey. And there's my sunburst. Pretty cool. Okay, we'll get all that out of the way and we'll start to do some stamping for our elements on the front of the card. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the birdhouse out in black ink, and then I'll be coloring this in using the tri-blend markers, and then I'll cut it out using the coordinating thin cut. Okay, so I'm going to skip ahead. I've got it all colored in. I'll bring my Big Shot in and we'll cut it out. This image is super easy to color in because a lot of the design is already shaded for you. So you basically just lay down color on the image. And then I'm going to take the light side of canary and I'm going to cut out the scallop circle. And that will be the base for my sentiment. Okay, so we'll get everything out of the way. I'm going to bring my sunburst blended base back in, and I'm just kind of laying things out on my card front and deciding where I want to stamp my sentiment. So I'm using the sentiment "Hello My Friend" from the same stamp set, and I'm going to stamp that out in black ink, and I'm shifting that image over to the right as far as possible so that I can layer things on the card and put that birdhouse right next to where the sentiment is. Now we can start building the card. So I'm going to lay everything out, and I just felt like it needed a little extra something around the edges. So I cut out 2 of these stitched rectangles out of the light side of canary, and this is the stitched rectangle set from Close to My Heart. So it's the largest one and it cuts that stitched frame So I'm doing 2 of them just to give it a little more substance and a little more texture to the outside, so it truly is a frame. And I'm just gluing them together with some aqua Tombow. And I'll lay that panel down on the front of my card with some Tombow tape runner. And then I'm going to lay that or glue that frame using some aqua Tombow to the front of the card. I just felt like that finishes it off a little bit more. Okay. So now I'm going to lay things out on my card front again. And I think that's going to work. So I'm going to add my sentiment piece just with some Tombow tape runner. There, that's better. I tend to work with things at an angle, so that's why I wind up putting things on my card front at a wonky angle sometimes. So, okay, so now I'm going to pop my little birdhouse using some foam tape. And this foam tape, it's the leftover that you have from making your shaker windows. So put it to good use, save it and use it for other cards. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in some bitty sparkles and I'm going to add a couple of those to the centers of the flowers just for a little extra bling on that stamped image. And then I wanted even more sparkles. So I'm going to bring in some of these crystals from PinkFresh Studios and I'm going to scatter a bunch of those around my card front. So most of these supplies are available in my online store. I will make a list of everything with links in the description below. And you can go to the URL in the upper right corner of your screen. And I'll also put an URL in the description below so you can do some shopping. So I appreciate you watching my video today. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.